Hi there. Today's video is based on a quote by the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. And the quote is, "I'm not crazy, my reality is just different from yours." And I've always loved this quote. I remember reading Alice in Wonderland when I was a little girl, and it was just such a magical place. And the Cheshire Cat was just happy to be himself, just completely natural and wacky and weird and wonderful, and just always being himself. And I just loved that, because I was always conforming in reality. I was often looked at like there was something wrong with me, like I was crazy, just different really. But I didn't have any context for this, so I just felt like there was something wrong with me and I needed to change. I needed to do something different to fit in. So I started to mask. I started to use different words, act in different ways, watch everybody around me and just check in with what they're doing so I can match what they're doing and fit in and not be weird or crazy. And it's a funny thing really, as I've got older, I've recognised that, crazy is just different. People call you crazy because they don't understand you, but actually nobody needs to understand you. So important, I think, to just be yourself, to discover who and what you are and what your natural tendencies are. And if somebody else doesn't understand that, that's down to them really. It's their issue, it's their perception. But just because somebody else says you're crazy or you're weird, there's a wonderfulness to that. You're crazy, you're weird is beautiful. Who you are is beautiful. We don't need to conform or change to please others. It's so important, I think, to just be yourself, to discover who that is. And you might have to pause and wait and pay attention and start to recognise what your natural tendencies are again. I know I had to, because I've been conforming and masking for so long. I'd forgotten who I was. I'd forgotten what I liked. I didn't know, because I'd just been trying to keep everybody else around me happy, to fit in. So I wasn't called names. I wasn't judged to be different, weird, crazy, mad, and it's been really liberating to actually come back to myself, to be okay with and happy actually with who I am, what I want to do. And I think when you start to do that, you start to find other people around you that are similar to you. It's like we send out vibrations in the world and attract different people into our reality. And as we become comfortable in our own skin and happy with our own kind of weird and wonderful, and live that fully without having to apologize or conform or change yourself. Authenticity is so natural, and it's such a gentle experience. I think I had such this fierce, angry persona, this misunderstood little girl grew up into an adult, and I still felt misunderstood. I still felt like I was on the edge of everything, and that there was something wrong with me, that as much as I tried to fit in and do all the things that other people seemed to do, it never seemed to be enough. And so I just got to the point where I'm like, well, I'm going to stop then, actually, and I'm just going to be myself and discover, well, who am I? And that goes far beyond just the choices we make, the words we use, the things we choose to do in our life. Who am I is also the essence of our very being, the pure awareness that we are, to start to come in connection with that. And to celebrate the weird and the wonderful, the diversity in life, it's a beautiful thing. And if everyone's being themselves, then the world is a much more pleasant place to be in. I think the more we accept ourselves, the more we're accepting of others. And I think if you're really sure in your own self and you're happy with your kind of weird and wonderful, other people tend to accept you too. There's like no seed of doubt available now. The doubt is from within you. And if you do that, then it's like this crack that other people can get in, and then, they'll try and get you to change maybe. But if you're really comfortable in your own skin, if you're sure and love and celebrate your own kind of weird and wonderful, you'll find other people that matches with, and you'll feel so much lighter and easier, and in my experience so much more joyful too. So you can be like the Cheshire Cat, Be weird and wonderful and wacky and do whatever you want to do. You know, weird is just different from what somebody else sees and does. And some people kind of want people around them that do the same things. It can kind of feel threatening if people do or say different things from you. And you might notice that yourself, that you look out to other people and think, well, you know, they're a bit weird. And it's just like, celebrate that weirdness. Let them be themselves. Let yourself be exactly as you are right now. It's so freeing, it's so gentle, and it's so joyful. So let me know what you thought about that. Are you happy to be yourself? Are you being yourself? Would you like to do that? Does that sound good? And yeah, let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, share it, like it, subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Whatever you do, wherever you go, have a wonderful day.